Hey guys, thanks for joining me for today's reading of the Book of Choices by Mike McGee, MD. And those of you joining me for the first time, I've been reading this book I'll show you the cover even though it's going to be backwards here on Facebook. It's the Book of Choices, and it's 77 chapters long. I've been reading one chapter every day. Today I'm on chapter 50, so a little bit more than half is done. And today's chapter is called Ordinary, Extraordinary. And I'm going to read the chapter and also the quotes, and then also let you know what it means to me and from my experience and from my life. So after the reading, be sure to, if you see some value in this chapter, be sure to share with somebody you think that could that would need this chapter here and what it talks about. And also be sure to like and to share with your friends, not only for this one, but also my other readings. So I have been doing my Book of Choices on my basically fan page for probably the last week and a half. But I decided to go and do it on my Facebook Live today. And if you do join me and you want to leave a comment, that's appreciated. But I'm going to acknowledge you only after the end of after I read the quotes and while I'm talking after the quotes. So here we go. Ordinary/extraordinary. What a person considers extraordinary is a product of what each of us considers to be the best. Awards from others do not replace one for yourself. In your mind or heart, your efforts are another are extraordinary than it is. We are better at judging this and others than in ourselves, tending to undervalue as ordinary our efforts or contributions that are something more perfection, maybe not, but more than ordinary and worth nothing with some personal satisfaction only to reinforce it in ourselves. To say the middle of the road is not good enough, why not the best for me? When we do something fine, it outlives our immediate presence, taking on a life of its own. Do the best you can each day. That's the way to sleep soundly each night without regrets. Greatness emerges when we are most unaware, in ordinary places, on ordinary days, from ordinary people, through deeds or words or noble suffering. People rise to greatness in response to events that, for many reasons, different reasons, hesitation, fear, paralysis, have not yet drawn a response. People rise to greatness by arriving first, not out of the competition, but by instinct of which they are dimly aware. For deep inside on the border of the conscious and the unconscious, there are those who know what they were born for greatness, born to fly a little higher, if not today, then perhaps tomorrow, if not in this world, then perhaps in the next. All right, so we have about a page and a half of quotes. The first one is from Winston Churchill. I am easily satisfied with the very best. Ask many of us who are disabled what we like in life, and you would be surprised how few would say not to be disabled. We accept our limitations. Itzhak Perlman. A man does not have to be an angel to be a saint. Albert Schweitzer. The middle of the road is where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. Robert Frost. If you aren't going all the way, why go at all? Joe Nemeth. The best effect of a fine person is felt after we have left their presence. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I come to the office each morning and stay for long hours, knowing what has to be done to the best of my ability. And when you're done to the best you can't do any better. So when I go to sleep, I turn everything over to the Lord and forget it. Harry S. Truman. Men achieve certain greatness unaware when working to another aim. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Not a day passes over the earth, but men and women of no note to do great deeds, speak great words, and suffer noble sorrows. Charles Reed. The biggest things are always the easiest to do because there's no competition. William Van Horn. Once you say you are going to settle for second, that's what happens to your life, I find. John F. Kennedy. If you would like to hit the mark, you must aim a little above it. Every arrow that flies feels the attraction of earth. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The last quote is from Friedrich Nietzsche. Either you reach a higher point today, or you exercise your strength in order to be able to climb a higher tomorrow. All right, so today's passage, ordinary, extraordinary, to me, it just reinforces the fact that on every day, every task that you do, you should try to do your best. You shouldn't just settle for second best. And even if you're working towards a different goal, you should always consider that what you're working on a daily basis, that you have to try to do your best. Even if you're in let's say you're in a job that you're doing and you don't really want to do that anymore, the only way you're going to be able to make it through that until you can reach the new job, the new level, whatever you want to do, is to do your best at that job. So hopefully you like this reading, the Book of Choices. And if you want to join me in about 5 minutes, I'm going to do another reading of a book a minute. And the last one I did was actually the first one. I was at the bookstore yesterday, and it took me 3 minutes. So I'm going to try to do a book a minute and 1 minute or less every day that I can get on Facebook Live and do that with you. So be sure to join me. And most of the time I'm going to try to announce it at least a good 5 to 10 minutes ahead of time, if not longer. So thanks for joining me live. Unfortunately, I can't see who's here live. And sometimes that's the way it is with Facebook. But I can see people have been coming on, watching, and some of them watching and leaving. I haven't seen any comments for today's video, but I normally do get some comments, and I get several likes and shares. So I appreciate everybody watching this reading of the Book of Choices by Mike McGee, MD, and I'll see you for tomorrow's reading. Bye-bye. And for the next video, I'm going to do in about 5 minutes.